Hey, gang. Let's see. Let's go to chats. Welcome to the Harmonica Man channel. Oh, there we go. Hey, Mr. Shadow Kitty. Did you want to come in? I just thought I'd let everybody know today's show is brought to you by laxatives. The first defense against being full of shit. Laxatives. Okay. Now we got that silliness out of the way. Let's see. I don't have any songs to play right off the bat. Yep. Exactly, Dave. Let me see. Doggone it. Library. Let's do a backing track. Pick one random that I haven't done in a while. Hell, I don't know.
At Aspen Dental's Everyday Smiles event,
My phone gets these commercials.
Dentures made in our on-site labs and ready in the
skip. Nope, not that one. That one sucked. Ah, here's a good one. Tell me if this is too loud. Okay, who wants to chat and come in? Invite some folks, whatever. I don't have any guests tonight, so it's all about just open chat and having fun. Okay. Let's see. What should we talk about? I do not know. Do that before I run out of data. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to know if the volume was too loud or not. Or that's all I needed to know compared to my voice, obviously. Because sometimes my amp is turned up a little too loud because that's what I do. If there's a whirring in the back noise, it's because I'm drying my clothes. Don't worry about it. It's not too loud. But yep. Oh, looks like we got first guest tonight, Mr. Shadow Kitty. Hey there. You're on.
Am I on?
Yep. Yep, we're good to go.
Wow. I am really surprised. I figured it was going to be another blunder like last week.
One of those nights.
Oh, man, you should see your eyes. I can see the reflection of the screen, and you look like Little Orphan Annie.
Oh, you mean for my glasses? Yeah.
Yeah. Remember Little Orphan Annie?
Let me get this now there. Yeah, it's annoying. I do have another camera, but it won't clip on this computer very well. I gotta figure something out to clip it on. It's cheapy.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, never again.
I moved myself over to the side. Otherwise, I will have the same Little Orphan Annie look. There it is.
Yep. Yeah, I can't do that. It just follows me everywhere I go.
So what's new?
Oh, well, I do have some good news. A couple of things. The first thing the other day, do you know who Jason Ritchie is?
I know of him, yeah.
He's like the number two. Yeah, he's like number 2 harmonica player on the planet right now. Well, he is now my teacher.
Oh, good.
He has taken me on as a student. So, learn from the best, I guess.
It's good to have a musical mentor.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how long it's usually about like 4 lessons for the advanced students, so I can, go out on my own a little bit better. That's basically what he's going to do. Teach me how to create things. Sorry about the wiggling around, guys. I'm trying to get comfortable here. I got the laptop on.
That's okay.
My is my chair, so that's what it is. Yeah, there's that, and I went to. Oh, who's number 1? Dave wants to know.
Me.
John Popper.
John Popper's. He's a Jersey boy. Yeah.
Yeah, is he? I didn't know that.
I've been just.
And I went and stocked up on meat for the winter too. Some extra for. I think I got a whole bunch of frozen hamburger. I'm gonna give to somebody else that's more needy than I am, and some manwich, stuff, all that after the show. So I'm pretty, for lack of a better word, blessed. Right about now. So I'm gonna share what I can. So, anyways, go ahead.
Oh, did I have a train of thought?
Maybe. I probably blinded you.
It's fleeting at my age.
Yeah. Mine too.
Well, I'm hoping to, in this upcoming year that we've just started, maybe be able to do some chromatic harmonica teaching.
Yeah. That would be nice. I need to get one myself. So.
Yeah, we got to get you a chrome somehow.
Mm-hmm.
When's your birthday?
But it's a pretty. What's that?
When's your birthday?
September 9th.
Oh. Well, we got plenty of time to plan then.
Yep. Yeah, I'll start saving right after taxes. I got to buy myself for the house. I'm going to do the propane thing. Hopefully, I'll have enough to put towards the bill. I just got my stimulus and I bought some new tires for my minivan, so I'm not breaking down. So now I can sit, not worry if it starts getting slippery and snowing and stuff. I don't have to worry as much. So yeah, yeah, things are going pretty good so far as that goes. I'm figuring things out. So this is probably the best year ever for within I don't know, probably the past decade for not being behind on the bills and actually having food and stuff. I don't know what happened at what over, but all of a sudden, I got food card and everything else. So I'm being taken care of.
Good.
But so I'm just concentrating on
New Year's
now.
I have not entered the new year like $2,000 or so in debt. It was $6,000 in debt. It was all just from like car repairs that I couldn't pay for and stuff like that. So working at the marimba factory has finally paid off.
Good. That's good. Hey, you got a song or anything you want to share with us?
Not off the top of my head now.
Oh, okay.
Just hang it out.
Yeah, I don't really either. Yeah.
Haven't been practicing much lately.
Excuse me, everyone.
I guess I lose the incentive. It's like I'm doing 40 hours a week, so in this stupid factory. So
right.
Come home, I just want to kind of stare at the wall.
All right. Yeah, I was on a karaoke night last night, I think, for a couple of hours, and that pretty much took care of it for me. And doing all this running around today, it just took my energy away. So I really didn't want to start practicing. I did a little bit, but still.
Also, it's cold and clammy in here.
Right.
Does not exactly inspire one to play.
Right.
Although if I played the harmonica, I keep warm because it's physical.
Yeah. Yeah, it does it for me. It makes me sweat pretty good. Of course, I get running around the house like a jackass, and I just get way too wound up and think that I'm on a stage or something, and then I'll trip over everything in the house, and it's I'll just pick up a sweat. But hell, right now it's starting to warm up in the house, but I've been drying the clothes for quite some time. But this morning I woke up, it was 3 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ow.
So
yeah, it gets cold up your way.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I was surprised because it's been really warm lately. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll snow soon or whatever. It's supposed to, I think, in about a week.
Yeah, we don't see much snow here. I'm 7 blocks from the ocean. I'm 7 blocks from the ocean, so
yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yeah, the ocean always has some kind of radiant heat that it gives off, so it kind of when you're right on the coast, hugging the coast like we are, that and the salinity in the air.
Right. Yeah, I bet you got a lot of rust and stuff, don't you, on the buildings?
Yeah, it takes its toll.
I'm sure. Yep, get that here too, but only on the bottom of the cars because of the salt on the roads.
Silence.
I'm gonna take these off. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to talk about on these things. I don't really have anything prepared without a musician to come on here and do the interview, because that's what this is supposed to be about. And I put ads on Craigslist and ask relatives, to do the same thing on Facebook or whatever. Once in a while, I put something out on Twitter, same thing, but nothing. I don't get anybody emailing me back and wanting to come on the show. I don't know what the hell it's all about. So who knows?
Well, I'm hoping to get out and play on the
Why?
boardwalk when the weather breaks.
Oh, there you go. That'll be fun.
Because this is the first time in like decades that I'm just in total limbo. Like even when there was no gigs, I
think
always
that's
had
with everybody.
the students to keep me in touch with everything. But now I have one student right now that I had picked up, but on the positive end of that, he was given a saxophone. I guess he inherited it or something. He got a tenor sax. So I've last 2 weeks I've been given the first saxophone lessons that I've had in close to a year. So it's nice to be able to do that.
Wow.
My student's like 20 years old, and he's getting on the advanced levels. So it's nice to be able to just get somebody through the stages and get him prepped, because he's hoping for a career in music, which is not the best time to make that career choice.
You teach them how to have safe sax, right?
Safe sax, yeah. Yes, my whole life is sax and violins.
I can't see diddly do. Yeah, I'd like to pick up other instruments, but it's all about the money.
Yeah.
And I don't want to spend it on that stuff just yet. Anyways, I will eventually. For now, I got to learn actual music so I can, write the music better and have the theory down pat. So that's what's coming with Jason. And I talked to him on the phone a few days ago, and we agreed that's what I need. So just to learn the circle of fifths, is not me and my four friends standing around the bonfire with whiskey. Apparently, it's a whole bunch of keys and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, how many harmonicas do you have? I asked you this last week in chat, but I guess you didn't see it. What keys harmonicas do you have?
I have 13 right now, but I only play 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And the other one, I have 6 on the major diatonic and for the major keys, and 5 on the minor keys. And I'll play those in different positions from time to time. And one of them is actually, it's the same. It's a low F, and then I got an F. So a lot of times I'll just stuff like that. Just play 2 of them at the same time.
Tell me more about your minor key harmonicas.
Let's see. I have a. Oh no, that's an E. That's not a minor one. So I only got a few minors. I got an E minor, A minor, and a B minor. So I got 1, 2, 8, actual 8 keys. And then I got the 3 minor ones. So
Now your minor key harmonicas, there's 2 different types of minor scales. Well, there's a few, but the basic ones are, you have natural minor and you have harmonic minor. And the difference between the two is the seventh note. The 7th note of the scale is the one difference.
well, this one says, I don't know if you can see it or not.
No, I'm on my phone. It's like teeny
M
tiny.
on it too for minor.
Oh, I can look on the screen here.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
I have to just wait a few seconds for the lag to catch up. Oh, there you are. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll play that from time to time. They're all dirty right now. I gotta clean the whole lot of them. But yeah, these are just regular marine bands. There's an E minor. And then there's let's see, A minor. I think this one plays different though. I don't think this one's a harmonic. That plays like a straight.
That sounds like it's major.
Just a minor. Yeah, it does. But then it's got this. Let's see if I can get it. Turn to where you can see it.
Again, I have to wait for the lag.
That's minor, right?
A. Can I
With
see
a
the
little B
side
next to it.
Oh no, that's not minor. That's a flat.
Oh, is it a flat?
That's
so
a flat. Yeah, so that's an A flat harmonica. Okay. That's if you play blues in D flat with that one.
Oh, okay. See, I need to learn these things. So I thought they was the same thing. Huh. So.
Now, what the?
Those are the things I need to learn.
We'll do a little quickie thing here
from the get go, because I only play in,
So, your minor scale, like this would be a harmonic minor scale. So you have that.
Okay.
So it's very minor sounding. There's a natural minor scale, and I think Lee Oscar makes one. And the natural minor scale is just this. So the 7th note is different. So the natural minor scale is really just a major scale, but starting on the 6th note. So if I took a C major scale like first position, and I went up 6 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there, that's your natural minor note. So if I made a scale that went up from there, it's a little more versatile than the harmonic minor. But the harmonic minor scale is that one that gives you that kind of Bach sounding thing.
I'm still confused on it.
Yeah, well, you just got to get the intervals of the scale down. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So the natural minor is like if you do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, and went around there, which is really, it's a mode. You could actually get that same mode with a major key harmonica. I think that would be 4th position, I guess it is. So you just have to reorient yourself with that. But that one A with the little B next to it, that's an A flat.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So that's a half step up. That's a half step above your G harp.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense to me. Huh. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't do, the minor harps an awful lot. I will have I'll just bend them, into the minor keys. I'll just
Yeah.
bend the notes.
Well, that's what I always did. When I played Miss You, the Rolling Stones song, that's a minor key, but you just
Oh yeah.
that one note and bend the dickens out of it, and you get a minor note out of it.
Right. Yeah, Sugar Blue, he's the one who come up with that. He's pretty phenomenal on the thing. He played for the Stones doing that shit.
I had a minor
It
key
seems like
harmonica.
everybody plays harmonica, but
I had a minor key harmonica one
and
time.
nobody knows about
Did
it.
the harmonic minor scale, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. The only thing I could do with it was Hava Nagila. After that, it was absolutely useless. I gave
Yeah,
it to,
because they're, I don't know, kind of like an animal with a specialized diet.
it's very
You
specialized,
can
and there's pieces of
only
music where
eat
like
so
sections
much.
of it are in the harmonic minor, but there's a lot of Middle Eastern stuff you could do with that scale. But since I don't have a whole lot of Middle Eastern music in my repertoire, it was
Yeah,
useless. I gave it to an Israeli guy because I figured, hey man, here, have this. I got a gift for you. So I figured he would know what to do with it, even if
right.
even if it's only Hava
Yeah,
Nagila.
they have the Egyptian scale on the regular major diatonic, but it's you got to bend the crap out of a lot of notes, and it's really awkward,
Yeah,
to get used to it. It's not even opposite of what you're usually doing. It's like way the hell out there in left field. Brennan Powers teaches how to do it. He's got a few videos on the Arabian scale, is what they call it. I can never do it. Not yet, anyways. I will be soon.
let's see what the Arabian scale is.
So
I would know it, but I might know it under a different name.
right.
I'm going to look it up.
I don't know.
Oh, double harmonics.
Is that what it's called? Double
Yeah,
harmonic scale?
flat two, flat two, flat six. Yeah, that scale, the Arabian scale sounds like this. Back to the piano. What did I say? Flat two, flat six.
Yeah.
Whoops. That was not graceful.
Yep, that's it.
There's got to be another way to figure this.
And of course, there's a lot of different variations on how you can play that too, from what I hear.
Yeah. Not a lot I can do with that.
Yeah.
Some,
Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. I just haven't spent any time practicing on it because I've been writing songs. I have about a half a dozen of them so far, and I got about 15 of them that I want to complete before I start recording. But I need to learn how to actually write the music. And I've got a few recordings so far. You know how you get it in your head, the tune that you want to play, and then you'd better record it before you forget it.
so many of those.
That's what I've been doing off and on. So I've got a separate file on the computer where the sound recording is, just for that. Hey, Gray Man. And Good to see you here, Randolph. Yeah, that's why they call it the Arabian Scale. It sounds just like all the movies and their kind of music and stuff. But I'll show you my logo. I don't know, my cousin, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but this is my logo. And of course, I draw like a 5-year-old. So I got somebody else trying to do something with that. And that'll probably be on my first album. Oh, cool. Gray Man's going to do a beer tasting stream. That'd be pretty interesting to see.
By the way,
I might do that a little bit later myself.
I got such a kick out of seeing you ecstatic over getting that washer when you had your unboxing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you were jumping for joy. The camera was bouncing up and down like, it's a washer, it's a washer. I mean, if happiness is contagious, I definitely got it. I was like, oh, look, he's so happy. This is great.
Yeah, that was so awesome seeing that on the porch. Holy crap. I was not expecting that at all. I was actually wondering how the hell I was going to do my laundry that week, too. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I should have a book coming that I ordered. You know, Erin, what's her name? Julie LaVoice's friend. She just did the book reading for the wasn't Memoirs of a Stripper. It was something else. Like Expose Yourself,
I know who she is, yeah.
I think is what it's called. Yeah, that I got that book coming in the mail any day now. So that should be about it for my Amazon orders, and I can't wait to get into that. So that's my new book I'll be reading, and I'm still trying to get into writing my other books. Tomorrow is a good day for doing that. So I have 2 novels. One is about my life, basically, just other characters, and like the debates, atheists, theists debates, and the geopolitical climate and what it has become because of these different idealisms. Um, and then the other one is a sequel to my first novel, Curio, and it is called A Retreat from Chaos. And I just got chewed out for not having it written a couple days ago by my old boss, and she is waiting on me to hurry up and get it published and all that, so she can continue on with the story. Because I kind of left it hanging, you know, a little bit of a cliffhanger there, which I probably shouldn't have done. I probably should have wrote it just so it could stand alone, so I could just move along and write something else. But now I have to. I don't have to, but I'm going to write at least one more book, you know, for at least this series, so it can have an ending to the story. I'm going to try to get it all in this one book. But it's a pain in the ass trying to focus on learning music and then switching gears totally and trying to think of the story and all the psychology behind it. You know, because you really, really have to focus to get in the mind of different characters and different psychologies that your character growth needs. You know, because everybody's different. You don't want to, you know, everybody is not going to be the same person all along there. They're not going to be using the same phrases or anything else. So it's I don't know. Past couple of years, I've been kind of taking a break from all that, and it's hard for me to get back into it. But it will happen.
That's good.
But, yeah, for now, it's, you know, this channel, you know, and having fun with my YouTube friends.
I'm glad I have YouTube friends.
Mm-hmm.
I try to explain the community and the online culture to some of the people that are not in it, and it's a little difficult. They just get some odd looks, like, yeah, you're a lonely man now.
Well, you gotta have your fun, and this is better than spending your money going to places where they're not even open.
Yeah,
And plus, you can
I don't
actually
even want
talk
to
to
go
human
anyplace.
beings, and I go out. Yeah, me neither. I mean, not anymore. I mean, there's nobody to talk to, so I'm just all alone. If I go out for dinner or something like that, I'm sitting in the corner all by myself anyways. So it doesn't matter. I might as well just cook at home and save money and not go too many places and just be online. It seems to be better that way.
Yeah, I've been like that before the lockdown, though.
I'm gonna let's see. Why not me? I'm a social butterfly. I have to. Here's a link if anybody wants to join in, right there in the side chat. But yeah, I got to be out there on stage. I got to have fun. Telling jokes and playing music and all that other stuff. I just can't sit here by myself all the time. It makes me depressed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in my life that makes me depressed, and
Oh,
so and my medications
I
are
haven't been a
coming in the
fun
mail.
man
I just
today.
doubled.
I've not been a fun person
Yeah.
today, so I'm glad that I came here so I could have some people outside of outside of my wife. I don't really have anybody to talk to. My coworkers. That's about it.
Right.
The saving grace
Yeah. Same here.
saving grace of
Except
my
I don't work.
job is that 3/4 of my coworkers are also musicians, so I can talk about music with them.
No. But even that probably gets pretty old too.
Yeah, because all you can
know.
talk about is the gigs that you used to have, the people that you used to play with, because
Yep.
nothing happening now.
Yeah. It's all about nostalgia anymore. I think things are going to change. I might, if I can get anybody off their ass to do anything around here and get a band going, I'm going to try to do recorded house party concerts. Even though they got the COVID thing going on, can always have, get a bigger place or whatever, and then everybody stay apart, still plug in, and then do a show.
Gray Man just asked if I play. Yes, I've been a career player since I got out of, well, before I got out of high school. Since 1976, it's been my career. And I played in Carnegie Hall with Connie Francis in 1993, so my career has moved up to good spots. And I play about 15 instruments, and harmonica being one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right, here's a quick tour of the
Now,
music room for Gray Man. All right, here we go.
Yeah, let's do that.
Guitars, trumpet, cornet, bass guitar, steel guitar, flute, saxophone, violin, bass, ukulele, mandolin. Got some more guitars. Got a lot of guitars. Box full of harmonicas. There's a dobro up there on the wall, and a mandolin. And there's some other stuff tucked away in the rafters and whatnot. I got about 500 square feet of living space, and half of it's full of instruments.
Oh, Purple's making some jokes. Okay. Yeah. I have enough luck doing that all by myself. I get banned from a lot of places. because I'm such a jackass. I went in and asked. Oh, what the hell? No, I called my former company and I asked the secretary. I said, "Do you ever have dreams having sex with a kaleidoscope, and then it comes in all shapes and sizes?" And she said, "What? No." And I'm like, "Oh, it must be just me then. Have a nice day." And I'd hang up on her. And then I went in there yesterday or the day before, and I talked to him, told him a couple more jokes, and the boss says, "Well, we knew that was you calling. You're always doing that, always telling jokes. We just knew it was you." Yeah, it was me. That purple rhymes with orange. They say that everybody has some sort of musical ability, and I don't know if that's true or not. I kind of want to believe them, but it's who is everybody? That's the thing. Has everybody on the earth been tested to see if they can play something? No. So you might be one of those people that just don't pick up an instrument and have it mesh with your thoughts. I'm like that with some other things too. Like, for instance, I'll never understand women.
Stephen Hawking said the same thing.
Oh, looks like Randolph wants to come in and say hi to us. That's pretty cool. Let's let him in.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Hi.
Hey, Randolph.
Hey.
Pretty darn good. What you up to today?
Hey, what you were saying just now about the musical ability thing, I think that I agree with you. I think it's probably true for most people because it's pretty obvious. We can see people can hit a few keys on a keyboard or play guitar or do something, maybe even hit some drums or sing or whistle or something. But there was one lady being interviewed on CBC Radio. That's our national radio station here in Canada about 15, 20 years ago. And she could not sing for the life of her. She could not hold notes on key or any of that stuff. And rich lady, she's paid for music lesson after music lesson. And when the professionals are listening to her, she can't sing on key, but all the techniques, she got them right on because of all the lessons. But she just can't hold the notes properly. So, yeah, I think it's hard to say, right?
Yeah, she probably just doesn't have the ear for it. That's why I'm a blues player, because I can't sing in key. I just don't have the ear.
And I feel sorry for her because she would love to do this. And if she could actually sing properly, she'd probably be fantastic at it with all the effort she puts into it,
Mm-hmm.
So it's life is...
there's a movie about a woman, I think a woman in London that did that, and she became a big star simply because she sung so horribly and everybody loved her for it.
It might be the same person. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. There's a movie out now that I saw maybe about a year ago. I saw the advertisements for it.
Okay.
So it was, I'm like, yeah, I got to see that now.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up now.
Yeah, if you find her name, then just look up the name in CBC Radio, and you may even be able to hear her interview, and they do demonstration after demonstration for the hour-long interview. It was really, really interesting to hear that. Wow, I had no idea people would not know when to quit.
Right. Yep.
But it was obviously her passion, her life's dream to do that. And I guess she was convinced that with enough lessons, she could actually get it right. So good for her not giving up, Got to admire that.
Yep. Yeah, you do. Exactly.
I've seen people who are great musicians, but terrible singers.
Oh, sure. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Beck being one of them. Jeff Beck is an incredible guitar player, but he's got a voice that'll curdle milk.
Okay, I'm sure he's not going to be happy hearing this.
Oh, yeah, because what I say has so much clout.
Yeah, this channel's so big, he'll get to it.
Yeah, eventually.
That'd be funny. Well,
I can see him in the background right now. I'm gonna hunt you down.
I'm sure he's heard it before.
oh, probably.
Yeah, probably.
There's critics everywhere.
There's
Yep, there's a
critics
lot of-
everywhere.
Yep, there's a lot of singers. That do
Some are
that.
justified in their criticism, and many are not.
Liberace got a lot of criticisms from the conventional, the standard classical music community.
Oh yeah.
And he was asked if it bothered him. He goes, "Oh, terribly. I cry all the way to the bank."
He's a smart guy. You know,
Yeah.
I remember Shania Twain was getting in trouble as well for with other traditional country music artists, and they said that it's terrible what she's doing. You can't bridge these together, and she just continued doing it. Bridge the different genres together. Yeah.
Right. Now
Yeah,
everybody's
they
doing
didn't
it.
like the change, and so
Yeah, I was in was it a year ago or 2 years ago? I was at a festival. It was with Larry McRae, and you know how when you're done, that you got a big old line full of people asking you questions and stuff. Well, one guy come up to me and he said, "Wow, you know that's pretty good. You know, you're not bad, but you really can't play that good. I was watching so and so about a year ago, and this guy's just phenomenal. He's a lot better than you." And I'm like, you know what? You're just mad because I wiped my ass with your face this morning, aren't you?
You know, country music
Well, I
fans
knew
are
him from school, so
country music fans are very staunch, and they don't like to deviate from tradition. I was doing a country gig one time, and we played. Oh shoot! Hang on here. I'm getting okay. Got a text.
Hey, man, you're right.
Anyhow, we were playing a country gig, and there's people out there dancing and everything. And then we decided to do Wilson Pickett's "Gonna Wait for the Midnight Hour." And a couple of these women that were on the dance floor afterwards turned around, looked it up, and hollered up at the stage, "Just what in the hell was that?"
music purists.
Yeah.
But Purple Rhymes with Oranges, I think. Oh no, the Grayman just called them music purists, like to stifle experimentation.
Yep,
I can see that.
I sure do.
Yeah, if people are afraid to experiment, we're not going to progress very fast in anything.
Yeah, that's true. That reminds me, I got to flirt with a girl down at the store.
So, how's your year going so far for 2021?
Not too bad. It's pretty darn good, actually. I haven't really had hardly any problems with anything yet, especially not any major problems. It's just, you know, the biggest threat that I have is this rabbit that's outside my door just looking at me and judging the way I dress, but that's about it.
Well,
I can't complain.
yeah, it's generally been pretty. Business has picked up a little bit, which is good, and I'm a little sad, quite saddened to see what happened in Capitol Hill on the 6th. That was, wow, that was really something. But
Yeah, that was pretty stupid.
yeah, and then people dying from there, and
I got a bag of chips and a can of beer. And I just, you know, I laughed a little while, and then I started getting a buzz, and I'm like, yeah, I'll turn this off now and start listening to some blues again. So,
blues is
and then of course my buddy, he called me later, and he said, "You seeing what's going on?" I'm like, "Yeah, I really don't care. They're not coming to my house, so who gives a shit? You know, the power grid's still on.
yeah.
They'll take care of it sooner or later. I don't need to watch it for 24 hours."
Well, the FBI's made a lot of progress in actually arresting quite a few of the people who were there, so that's good. So,
Oh,
Yep.
you're going to love this. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've heard this or not, but in 2020, our president signed an executive order following the toppling of all the Confederate statues that if you participate in the destruction of public property, you can get 10 years in a federal prison. So
Uh-oh.
all those DC rioters are now facing 10 years in prison from that executive order.
Yeah, and that probably makes it pretty clear the real reason why he didn't show up. He knew the law. Yeah.
I wouldn't show up either.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's not talk about politics.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah, it gives me
we're
agita.
looking at it as a world event. Sorry. We'll talk about something else. That's fine.
Yeah, it's but yeah, this year's doing pretty good. It's hard to believe I'm past the bear survival mode for the first time in about 20 years. And now I can actually have the time and space to actually concentrate on creating the actual music and, you know,
That's good.
my literature also.
Yeah.
You know, I've got 8 books so far. You know, and I took a few of them off the market because your first books are just trash. It's just an industry standard. You know, when you first start writing, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So, you know, half a dozen books later, then they turn out to be pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a long ways to go. You know, so I'm gonna get back into it and try to get my next novel out before springtime.
What genre are you writing in?
Science fiction and action adventure.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty much the same thing, but it's not too sciencey. It's more action adventure than anything.
Do you have recurring characters going from novel to novel, or do you start with a whole new set each time?
Well, I only have one novel out. The other books were all short stories and a couple of memoirs, and I got them off the market. But I got the short stories all in different genres, and they're not. Some of them are only. Well, shit, you know, there's a few thousand words in each story, so it's not like they're real short stories. They're a regular, like a novelette, and but they're all different genres and timelines. But it all comes together in the end, and all these different characters, like the older characters that are, you know, running around defeating something today. In the future or whatever, there might be an old person teaching the young scientists what's going on. You know, what the government stifled them from doing. You know, like 70 years ago or whatever. So they all come together in one way or another, and you know, have the big conclusion in the last book.
Yeah.
The last few stories. So
yeah, audiences seem to like that.
Yeah, it's a puzzle. It all meshes together, and it's like anti-bullying and you know, anti-bigotry in general, and using it as a, you know, a power model, you know, for the control of basically the planet. So that's basically what we got going on right now. The ruling elite against the rest of us.
Yeah.
And some of us are a little less equal than their others.
This isn't the first time in history this has happened either.
No.
I've been doing some writing since the 80s. When I was a kid, I wanted to make a multiplayer game with the BBS technology that was available. This was long before the internet. And then I started getting carried away with backstory. I found I really enjoyed writing. So I have this goal to have approximately 250 different alien species all described and with their different kind of cultural backgrounds.
Cool.
And any planets they're from have multiple cultures, so there's quite a lot to it. And then multiple planets. And I have, I think, about 20 or 21 plot lines, major plot lines, and they don't all converge. Some of them never interact with each other. It's just the way it is.
Okay.
So I'm using a bit of a different approach where I don't make everything come together at the end. So it's because some of the plot lines come to an end partway through the story, and that's it. So just kind of like real life, you know. But there are some main characters,
right.
whole thing, and and we get into, like, there's one planet that has almost 800 continents on it. Yeah, makes Earth look tiny in comparison. Many moons. It has It has over 2 million years of technological advancement in its history. So figuring out how to write and describe and create futuristic technology that's convincing seems to be near impossible. But I've had a lot of time to work on that.
Yeah.
So
Well, you don't know what you don't know.
that's right.
And so there's an awful lot of thought first, what direction could technology take off in? And if you stop and think about it, when Captain Kirk came out with the cell phone and everything, everybody was still chopping wood with an axe. My relatives were still plowing fields with horses. And we've had the technology for a lot of things, since I don't know, the early 1900s, but a lot of people were still living in like a mode of 100 years in the past because of I don't know, just the structure of what we were doing. So imagining technology wasn't a big thing. It was just kind of kooky for everyone. Everybody was just kind of a bunch of country bumpkins all the way across the country or everywhere, And now that everybody's more connected, they get that mind space of, okay, so now there's so damn many science fiction things out there that it's just the market is just completely flooded with ideas of different things.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. And it's good to see. It's good to see that.
Yeah, and this is why I have a lesson plan kind of thing in the stories too. There's always, it's not just a moral of the story. It's, some major lesson kind of thing.
Yeah, this is something.
And I have, oh shit, I should have got it out. I have also the 66 Laws of the Illuminati.
Oh, wow.
It's like for $3.50 on Amazon. It's I don't know why they're selling it like that, but it's basically a letter to everybody to straighten up. It's weird.
This is something I really enjoyed about the Star Trek original series and Next Generation, especially. I thought they delved into a lot of ethical and moral issues, philosophy, I guess, and they did it very well.
Yes, they did.
And they would, especially with the Next Generation series, I found that they would take they put a lot of effort into considering whether or not they're doing the right thing. And I really liked that about it. And to me, that's good science fiction, because as the observer or the reader or the member of the audience, as the show slowly gets through these things, you also have time to think about it and really understand what it is they're getting at. So it's good.
Yeah.
A lot of value in that.
As long as you weren't too distracted with all the babes that were on there.
Well, you can always watch it again.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was an awful lot of real good ideas. It was just really neat, philosophical conundrums and moral ambiguity too in between,
and it had
whoever.
A really good foundation to work from with the prime directives as well. So that really added to it. Yeah.
I got a kick out of what was that one with Ron Howard's little brother? I think it was with Kirk. Yeah, and Ron Howard's little brother played a little half a guy, and he tested out the Enterprise to see what they would do. See if they would actually, start a war with the thing or whatever, and they didn't. They were just more curious.
I remember
to see
that
what
one.
it was all about, and he's like, okay, now that you passed the test, I can introduce you to me and stuff. So it was pretty cool how another species could think, okay, now you've graduated this level. You're not just a warmongering Klingon type. You're actually civil and can actually coincide with other species, which the human race isn't ready for that. We kill each other if we look identical, for shit's sake.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else stopping by a great big bug eyes saying, "Oh yeah, you're going to treat me equally."
Yeah, funny how that works.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to have to wrap this up, guys.
Good seeing
Anything
you.
you want to shill?
yeah. Thanks for the StreamYard link. That's nice to join in and chat a little bit on a Saturday like this.
Yes, it is.
Randolph,
I
I
got to
think
do
this
a
is
little
our
bit of
first
charity.
meeting.
So,
So
I think so,
pleased to
too.
meet you.
Yeah, it's a delight to put a face to the name, you know? It's, yes, definitely. And hearing you play the music earlier, especially those Arabian scales. Yeah, why don't we end it with some Arabian scales?
Okay, next week I'll plan in advance. I'll practice this week. I have a reason to practice.
It's okay.
And if it's not freezing cold in here.
I commented in the chat. It
same time,
brought
same
back some
channel.
nice memories for me of some Egyptian-themed video games on the Commodore 64 in the 1980s. It was neat hearing that. It was really good. Yeah.
I think Prince of Persia was one of those games.
Not for me. There were different games. I never got into that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a
I never really got into video games. I did it in the arcade a little bit, but that was like once a week, and I'd only spend a couple bucks, and then I'd start hustling pool and drinking off a lot of whiskey.
Yeah.
But other than that, after being abandoned when I was 14, I didn't have a whole lot of choices back then.
Yeah.
So it was
That's
like go to work or die, and that was
Sorry to
pretty
hear
much
that
about
happened
it.
to you.
And it ain't no big deal. I learned a lot.
Oh, for sure. Or you don't survive. If you don't learn, you won't survive.
Yeah.
It's adaptation.
Doing the work of three men, and and then it's like everywhere I go, I get taken advantage of because you're young and strong, you can do all the heavy lifting and stuff, and it's like I lied about my age just to come here, just to work.
That's what you end up having to do. Otherwise,
But still,
what parents are going to sign for you? It's understandable.
Yeah. Yeah, so I lived in the woods and learned all kinds of survival stuff, and read my books and everything out there by candlelight, and lived in caves and made shelters, all kinds of stuff. And then I'd come out on the highway or whatever and catch a ride to work just about every day, and I work about anywhere from 10 to 18 hours a damn day.
I guess you probably would have wanted
gas station food.
I guess you probably would have wanted to settle somewhere that's far away from anywhere that would gather any attention, I guess. Otherwise, people might come in and cause some trouble.
Yeah, I was way out there a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I've been, I've had hunters come up on me in bears and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the main thing is that there was guys in white coats trying to get me and stuff like that, and I actually was in school still. And I'd just run out and, go through the swamp or whatever and go hide.
Wow.
But they wanted to take me away, and, not because of the foster thing, but because my parents were still in the area. They wanted me to, go back to them. And it's like, why? It's not like they're going to feed me. I was starving to death anyways. They got a divorce. Neither one of them wants me around. Got two sisters. They're taking care of them. But I'm the boy. I'm supposed to go to work and be on my own anyways. And that was their mentality. So, I mean, they didn't really abandon me. I mean, they were around, but it's like couch to couch.
Yeah. That's
and not a real home. Not a real home ever. I had to work ever since then. I had to lie about my age a lot. But I got a lot of good relatives still, I have a lot of fun still to this day. So it ain't bad.
Yeah, some people just aren't fit to be parents.
But the education thing, yeah. So, but anyways, I got to wrap this up, and I got to do my charity work for today. That's what I want to call it. So it's a good thing you guys came and said hi. Thanks, Randolph. Thanks, Nels.
Thanks for having me on.
And everybody in the chat.
Yeah, thanks.
And I'm going to close this out with what I say all the time. As always, remember,